Hello, I am Craig Cecilio, the CEO and founder of Diversity Fund, a fintech platform that serves the everyday investor. This is my YouTube series where I discuss trending topics in the fintech and wealth creation space. If you like these topics, please hit the subscribe button. Now, today we're going to talk about why is a basic financial education the key to long-term success. This is a great subject, and I really believe educating yourself about finances is so critical. And where do you start learning? At an early age, later in life, no matter where you are, it's never too late to learn these things. And let's just talk about where we are today. And today I'm talking to you, recording this in, let's say it's August, I believe 25th, in 2022. And we are in a big change time period in history here, and we're going through this whole cryptocurrency crash at the end of the day, and a lot of people are kind of suffering from it. Some close friends of mine have lost a lot of money into it, and the ones who have lost a lot of money and really affects them, their financial education, and I don't want to say anything negative about people, but their financial education is really not there at the levels it should be. So, for instance, a good example here is I put some money in, a good chunk of change, but it didn't make it. It's trash, so it could be gone. I'm not selling it. I'm going to hang on to it. However, it doesn't affect me day in day. Whereas a couple of friends I know have done it, it's really affected them. They've lost a lot of money into that, and I don't think they really understand the difference of what's speculation, what's growth, what's for income. So it's a basic financial principles people don't understand. They go and they see all this stuff out there. They want to dive right in. They throw way too much money in. And then when it doesn't work out, they lose money. And then all this stuff happens at the end of the day. And so with some basic financial education with people and really kind of telling them, hey, this is what this is. We're very uncertain about this asset class, for instance. And so, okay, since we're uncertain, there's a higher degree of risk. Okay, so can you take that risk? Do you have that risk tolerance? And that risk tolerance meaning, one is, not having the anxiety that you can have a heart attack. It's like, hey, if it does go south, you're able to be like, okay, you know what? Well, I lost some money. It didn't work out. Okay, I'm going to overcome that, and that's okay. And also, do you have that financial capacity to take that loss? So, some cases, maybe you don't have that financial capacity to take that loss, and you did it, and you have really a high threshold for things in life and high risk threshold. And you're like, okay, I'm just going to restart from scratch and go on. And some people are wired that way, and they could do it. Where other people, they can't. Even people who have actually the money in the bank and they lose some money, sometimes they get really high anxiety when they lose money, and so that might not be right for them. And there's other people who do it, and they just really don't have the financial resources available. So the risk versus reward isn't there for them. So there's kind of very basic things that we need to do is educate people out. And when anytime anything is new coming in, we don't know about it. We don't have the data about it. There's no historicals about it and how it works. So I always get that spec. And how much of a percentage of my portfolio do I want to put in spec investments? If I'm younger, maybe a little bit more. To me personally, I have 3 kids. I'm married and 3 lovely daughters. And I kind of measure what I'm doing from a speculative nature. I don't want to be all kind of speculation because I got a family. So I'm kind of conservative with some things. I have some things in growth for the long term, and there's some things I play around with. And that's just how I do it. We each could do our own thing our own ways. And, there's a lot of tools out there. The internet has vast amounts of information. Yes, I understand there's bots and there's certain things that are kind of sent to you all the time. So I think you just have the wherewithal to know that like all the information you might be receiving is not accurate, but dig deeper, ask those questions. Is this accurate? Does this come from a reputable source? You could study. There's so many courses out there. There's so many platforms and apps out there where you could kind of test the waters with things, and you don't have to stick all your eggs in these different baskets. One of the things that I created and other people create are these like micro investing platforms where you could stick just small money into these investments, where you could just kind of learn about them. It's educational in nature, and that's awesome. It's like people pay so much money for all these things out there, so you could micro invest in these alternative assets or these financial products that are out there and learn at the same time. You could learn and make money. What's better? learning and making money. It's like you go to college, you spend 100, 200,000 in college nowadays, and you come back and you have debt the rest of your life. And did you learn anything? Some people do, some people don't. But now we have these tools out there where you can actually stick $500, $1,000 in, maybe get a return and get some financial education as well. So, there is a lot of tools out there for people. Financial education is very important. I believe it should be taught at a young age. It's a little difficult at times, though. I was trying to teach my daughter on the way to school this morning. She's like 14 and a half years old. Dad, I don't want to hear this stuff, of course, but it's never, I don't think you could be too young to learn at all. And it's never too late to whatever age you are to learn about your finances and how to do it, especially today. There's so much information out there. There is so much that you could do. There's so many tools out there for you. So my suggestion is get started, go online, download these apps, try different things out, immerse yourself in it, learn it, join these rooms. There's a bunch of chat rooms and stuff out there. And then just kind of have the wherewithal to understand, hey, I understand a lot of information is being shoved at me, maybe too much, and just kind of have the wherewithal to take it all in and understand where that information is coming from so you can make some decisions for yourself. And again, I think that just is repetition, is just learning, reading stuff, asking questions again and again and again. But it's out there for everyone. It's very important for you to do that. It's so important for you to take control of your own financial journey. And that starts with education. Educate yourself as much as possible. Again, thanks again for attending. And if you like this, hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. Thank you.